Food unites all of us. I'm going out there to find the people and places where our food stories still exist and bring them back to the table. I'm Chad Breeley, and this is Salt, Fresh and Field. For most of their lives, they lie just below the surface. They spread using microscopic tendrils, straining out and connecting plants, trees, and other species. They share nutrients, information throughout the forest floor. Species diversity is dependent on them. Under the right conditions, at the right time of year, and you happen to be in the right place, you will find them. The flowers of the forest floor. Morel mushrooms. There is a distinct difference between hunting and foraging. Both are dependent on attention, perseverance, and local knowledge, buckled together with chance. But foraging is looking for something that's already there, unmoving, not trying to actively stay hidden. Hunting is looking for something that doesn't want to be found. There's a chance of eye contact, a visceral connection, a fear on both sides. Morels are foraged. They're gathered. When you see one, it's as though it's been waiting for you to arrive. They've not been successfully cultivated. It's as though they're truly wild. They need to be needed to exist. They connect the forests, and the forests depend on them for health and diversity. Larry Moran is a forager. He makes his living gathering from the forests, the fields, and the spaces in between. He travels Western Canada synced to the emergence of greenery and mushrooms. He sells to chefs and connoisseurs at farmers markets, where depending on scarcity, wild mushrooms can command exceedingly high prices. It is immediately apparent that Larry sees the forest a little bit differently than most people.
Oh, found one over here, guys. Very hard to see.
Layers of experience and information form his success, along with a little bit of voodoo.
Oh, there's one.
What?
Come on, Chad. I've been picking morels for 60 years. My dad took me picking when me and my brothers in Ontario when I was 5. We used to go into the maple forests, and whoever found the first morel got 5 cents. Once you start picking them, you're hooked. You know, once you got the bug, you got the bug, you know, so just, I guess, gets in your blood, I guess, the spores, so.
So in looking for morels, what is it exactly that we're looking for? Well, how do we do this?
Well, we just come out of the coniferous trees here where I never find morels. They always seem to like deciduous trees. The aspen is a wet tree in a dry climate. They only grow where it's moist in their dry Okanagan climate. That's kind of something I've learned over the years. That's what you're looking for, so you can go to any area, and if you see aspens, there's a potential of morels being there.
How do you, I'd be walking on them right now, I wouldn't even know. How do we?
Yeah, I mean, always when I go looking for morels, there's something that looks like them, right?
Exactly, look, there's like pine cones.
They look like pine cones, right? So basically the morel is the fruit of the mycelium that's under the ground. Mm-hmm. So under the ground, they always call the mycelium the internet of the forest, and it actually connects the trees.
If we find morels in one place, as you said, that's the flower, in a sense, or the fruit.
Yeah, the fruit.
So it's, in a way, it's like there's branches all underground, in a sense.
Yeah, that mycelium is running there in veins, right? So, okay, so I have my Opinel knife with the wood handle. That's kind of our classic mushroom knife. So there's one here, very hard to see, just hiding under the grass. A lot of people would miss that. Now, so probably one of the biggest controversies is cutting the mushroom when it's in the ground or pulling it out. Classically, cutting has been the tradition, but it's been kind of scientifically proven that if you pull the mushroom out and cut it, you get a better second harvest. So,
Yeah, you can see the.
yeah, start to see the mycelium in there. Yep.
And this would be considered small. This is on the medium size.
Yeah, this is it.
But they'll get.
Well, they can get quite large. I think we'll see some larger ones today.
Now, is there a mushroom walking pace? Is this it? Are we too fast? Are we too slow?
I'd probably be going faster.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd go. Yeah.
See, now we're getting into a nicer looking spot here. We're into these leaves. We got an aspen tree here. Now I start to hone my senses to that there could be potentially something here, right? So,
I don't think I have the senses to hone at this point.
yeah, people say I have a mushroom sense. So,
Other people say.
you know, people that know me, right? So,
And what is it? An actual scent, or is it a feeling, or what's the?
oh, when it comes
one of
into
things?
the pine mushrooms or chanterelles, I can stand at the edge of a forest and smell them, right? So, morels, I can't do that. You don't.
Well, they don't.
You don't
Well,
get
they have
that.
a smell, but
They
not
have a
strong.
smell, not strong. So.
It really feels like I'm sneaking up on something that really doesn't need to be snuck up on.
My senses aren't honed. I'm not seeing the forest floor properly. I need to focus differently. It's like staring at a river and suddenly being able to see through the surface to the rocks and trout underneath.
Just the other side of that twig. Right in the open, right in front of your eyes. God, you're chomping around the bush. You got this one too here.
The ones that walk right by? Oh, yep.
Yeah, we found another one, so.
Well, we didn't. You did.
What?
There seems to be a pattern here.
I start to focus and I start to find mushrooms, but not morels.
Now we've got a boletus. If you look at the structure underneath, it's got the sponge as opposed to gills. I think it's a butter bolete just because of the color of it. Yeah, we're getting a little bonus today from our morels, so. A little more work than a morel, eh?
A little bit. I can find these ones, though. That's the difference.
Yeah, I was impressed, yeah.
The camo seems to make a difference. I haven't seen any on my own yet.
Yeah, you got to sneak up on them.
And then I can see them everywhere.
Yeah, it takes a while to get the hang of it. I've been doing it for 60 years, so I better learn by now, so.
Yeah, how many would you say you need for a reasonable amount?
I would say the more the merrier.
Yeah, okay.
Morels should be cooked. Like most wild mushrooms, they should not be eaten raw. They are dense and meaty, and once they release their moisture, their flavor amplifies.
Well, that looks nice.
Their devout following is well justified.
It's kind of funny, when my dad grew up in Austria, back in those times, it was the poor people that ate mushrooms because they couldn't afford meat. And if you were wealthier and you ate meat, you shunned the mushrooms. So now it's kind of turned 360 where mushrooms are more expensive than the meat.
There is a simplicity in morels. They're out there, waiting, like so many things that are important. They're there, just under the surface.
Down of East again.
Out of East.